about Jens Fiedler tonight?
Jens Fiedler, he's the current world champion in this event, 2 times Olympic champion. But there's a lot of riders out here who like to go really, really early. As you see in the picture there, Jens Fiedler just composed himself, a brand new helmet for the world championship. Spent March and April and early May in Japan. Just relaxing himself, getting himself ready together.
Well, thanks then about Fiedler. He's certainly going to be the star man tonight, Russell, and that undoubtedly the German audience here are going to be very keen to see if this man's going to come out on top. But before he goes, Michael Bennett's been alongside us. We're getting ready for the Keirin. Michael, I know you've got an aeroplane to catch. Some thoughts back at these championships before we see if Germany gets yet another gold to go with their collection.
Yes, David, I think it's been a championships that's been completely full of variety. But, you know, for me, the highlights have to be, speaking as an old team pursuiter, the German team pursuit team, to see how the home audience got right behind that German team, lifted them to 4 minutes, 1 second team pursuit. Absolute joy to watch for me. The emerging nations of Asia, China and Korea, with Zhang, the women's silver medalist in the 500-meter time trial. What a surprise for that young lady that was. And also Cho, the Korean, I'm sure when he came to this World Championships, he didn't think he'd be going away with a medal in the men's points race. But, you know, the icing on the cake has to be our own GB squad. Gone home with a silver medal, McLean, Hoy and Quealy in the Olympic sprint.
Thank you, Michael Bennett, being with us, helping us out with the commentary. He's got an airplane to catch now. I am not going to depart until tomorrow, taking time to get back to Great Britain. By the way, thank you, good dear people back in Great Britain, for your support in coverage of cycling throughout this year. There's not much coming up between now and January. I know of nothing in November on Eurosport in connection with cycling, because we go to the skiing side of sport. So we're going to take a couple of months off. We're back in January with I think, the Tour Down Under, then the Tour Langkawi. It's been a great season of sport. Don't forget, next year we've not only got what we see most of this year, we're also going to get things like the Olympics too on Eurosport. So stay on Eurosport, because we bring you the best in sport. Of course, right now we've also got the World Cup going full chat for the rugby scene. So I'm looking forward to seeing a game when I get back to Great Britain. And for those of you sometimes have said, what's rugby doing interfering with cycling? We have to bring you what's live out there, and I hope you'll bear with us when sometimes things back in Great Britain don't always go as you'd like to. We've done more coverage on Eurosport this year of cycling than ever before, and my thanks to all the people that have helped and worked on Eurosport throughout this season. But this is the big fine event of the year, the World Championships and the Keirin Racing, imported from Japan. A very fantastic event. The reason it's so big in Japan is they've got about 5,000 riders. To become a Keirin rider, you have to go through enormous physical and psychological tests. You then go off to special camps, they train you, and then you come forward, and when you're riding the Keirin, you're locked inside the stadium. You can't go outside in case the bookies get at you, because it's a very, very big business, and the money from the Keirin Racing has also helped fund the Japanese development of bicycle components, bicycle frames, bicycle bits and pieces, and complete bicycles too. So the industry has benefited. As we look now at the lineup, that is Peden in black. Alongside him, Chiappa at the top end of the track. This is Fiedler from Germany. Watch the colours, spot the racing. This could be a big cut and thrust. In the bottom track, Marty Nothstein, there with the blue, the white stars on it. Japanese rider in the pale blue with the red dot. Chiappa drops towards the back. Last man off at the moment, sitting there, Taylor and Charlie from France, Frederic Magne. They're going in behind this little electric-driven bicycle. He has to pivot though to keep the momentum going. Peden second. Then from Japan, Ota. The big American, Marty Nothstein. Watching very carefully, the yellow crash hat, the blue and yellow colours, that's Fiedler. At the back, Chiappa from Italy, and the tail end Charlie at the moment, watching all the action, is probably the most experienced rider, Frederic Magne.
Magne, the small ball, but as they say, riders in action. Practically anything goes. Play Chiappa now for the Keirin. But coming back to Marty Nothstein, I saw him talking just before he got on the track to his coach Gibby Hatton, and Gibby's been to Japan as well. And they're in the picture there on the lovely yellow bike, the Asian champion, Otter from Japan. It's all so easy. So it's Otter from Japan, just behind the bike. Stars and stripes from Marty Nothstein, just following. Marty likes to go from about 2.5 laps out. The man mounted himself, just behind him there. There is Jens Fiedler, twice Olympic champion. There's Peden from New Zealand, a man all in black. He got disqualified last year in the final when he got a bronze medal, and Roberto Chiappa's just one from the back. So remember, Roberto Chiappa from Italy. I don't want David to shout at me, but the head of the jury is actually Italian. I know all the UCI officials are straight, but he was very lucky to get through to the round. And the man on the back, he also likes to go from the back from 2.5 laps out. The small bull, the Frenchman himself, twice Keirin champion, Frederic Magne.
But one man who has to do something tonight, Marty Nothstein, who's come here, has been disappointing in the sprint so far. Champion in Manchester 96, champion way back in Pillow 94. Don't forget, by the way, good people back in Great Britain, the World Championships take place in Manchester just 12 months from now. Book your seats because the Great Britain team, backed by the Sports Council money and by the lottery, is getting better and better all the time. We grabbed that silver medal in the Olympic sprint. I'm sure we're going to go even better for the championship next year in Manchester. 2 laps to go then, and the bike will pull off the front, the lead out. Now they can start to go, and it's Otto then of Japan beginning to make the move up toward the front. And inside Marty Nothstein goes, then nothing behind, and then Peter drops into second place. Magne comes from nowhere, Magne comes from the back, starts to go, a long way out, 1 lap to go. It seems to be an awful way there for Magne to go from this to the end. He's hit the lead, Nothstein on his wheel, goes back in third spot, Peden riding in fourth in the black. They come through now with 1 lap to go. It is Magne on the front, Nothstein, Fiedler, followed by Peden, and the rest of us think are out. He's certainly taken, for my money, the gold medal. I think Nothstein back there in second spot, and third I think could have been Magne down the bottom of the track, but I wait for the judges' official verdict on that one. What a phenomenal finish. Russ, that's right out the top draw.
That ride there by Jens Fiedler was absolutely incredible, because as we came into the home straight, he got a big hook, he got a big right hook, and really took him off the track from Marty Nothstein, but he didn't care. He was still doing over 40 miles an hour. So Jens Fiedler, who was world champion in this event last year, has just done it again to the Olympic title. And I'm not too sure there should be a possibility of Marty losing that second place, but that's going to have to go to the judges. If we look at the camera,
And probably third, Magne, I don't know, Peden.
yeah, Marty's cost a line second, but I'm sure the UCI officials are going to look at that, because he gave Jens an awful right hook as they came into the home straight.
The elation is there to see on the face of Fiedler, but I'm looking down into the track centre, and there's a big huddle from the judges going on. The last time in this millennium where they're going to be looking at the equipment down there, slow motion replaying. They've got the same sort of pictures you're seeing, and they're watching them very careful. Somebody's just, Fiedler, I was watching that, he just chucked his bike down there. He's sitting saying, this is it, I've cracked it, and that gives Germany yet another gold medal, and I think that gives them, 3 gold medals so far. France still have done extremely well in the championship so far, but wow. Russell's pointing. What's the problem, Russ?
Look where he's sitting. He's sitting. What perfect PR. Look, that's his sponsor. He's sitting on there, and that's going to be on the newspapers tomorrow morning. He's a good PR man.
Russell Williams ever in there to give a shout to the sponsor. I don't blame him, because this money comes into this sport. It costs a lot of money, and our thanks also go out to the lottery people who funded the British team, which have progressively got better and better and better, and we grabbed that silver medal in the Olympic sprint. You can't buy medals, but at least you can help the competitors on their way through the massive trade they had to put in. And you just understanding what this man's been through. The disappointment in the sprint finals too, Russell. I've watched the sprinters, particularly Marty Nothstein, when he came out of the sprint championship. It was just completely bomb shock, and how they came back. And Fiedler likewise. It must have been too disappointing the way the sprinting was going.